And now, for an amazing true story from the book of John.
There once was a man who was born blind. Now, we don't know his name, but we'll call him Zeke. Zeke had never seen the deep blue of the sky or the brilliant gold of ripe wheat. He could tell you what a baby goat sounded like, but he didn't know what it looked like. He could feel the peeling bark in the tall sycamore trees by the side of the road and hear the breeze in their branches, but he couldn't imagine what they looked like. He had never even seen the faces of his own parents. One Sabbath day, his father led him down to the road, as usual.
Here's a good spot, son.
Thank you, Father. Sighing, Zeke settled back against the tree. He hated begging for coins so that he could eat. Quickly, he scrambled to his feet.
Could I have a few coins? Just enough for lunch?
The footsteps stopped only a few yards away, but no one pressed a coin into Zeke's outstretched hand. Instead, he heard a curious voice.
Rabbi, was this man born blind because he sinned? Or did his parents sin?
Zeke's heart sank. He hadn't done anything wrong to deserve being blind, even though that's what everybody seemed to think. He braced himself for the rabbi's answer. It isn't because this man or his parents sinned. This happened so God's work could be shown in his life. While it is still day, we must do the work of the one who sent me. While I am in the world, I am the light of the world. Zeke gasped. No one had ever defended him like this.
The light of the world? What does that even mean?
But before Zeke could ask, he heard something strange. For all Zeke could guess, it sounded as though this strange rabbi, this Jesus, had spit in the mud and was now rubbing his hands in it. Then suddenly, Zeke sensed movement. Someone was coming closer.
Jesus? What are you doing?
The rabbi's strong fingers pressed warm, sticky mud against Zeke's eyes.
Oh.
Go. Wash in the pool of Siloam. Zeke's mind raced. He had no idea what had just happened. Yet still he found his feet carrying him along the well-worn path to the pool.
I guess, can't hurt to obey.
Feeling his way down the smooth stone steps, Zeke lowered himself into the pool and dropped down below the surface of the water. He emerged, spluttering.
Whew!
Zeke rubbed his eyes, clearing away the last of the mud. He blinked.
Wait. What?
All around him, colors and images came to life. Blue and green and bright white. He couldn't make any sense of it until he glanced down and focused on
My hands. My fingers. I can see.
Zeke leaped up, laughing and shouting as the whole world came into focus for the very first time.
So that's what a tree looks like. And a donkey. Oops, a chicken. And a cloud. That's a cloud.
He raced home, so full of joy he could barely keep his balance.
I can see. I can see.
The neighbors stared in amazement and started the gossip machine right away.
Isn't that Zeke? The one who used to sit and beg?
Of course it's not. Zeke's blind as a fence post at midnight.
No, it's me. Truly, I'm Zeke.
You think I was born yesterday?
How were your eyes opened?
The man they call Jesus made some mud and put it on my eyes. He told me to go to Siloam and wash. So we did, and I could see.
But it's the Sabbath.
Which means this here Jesus is a lawbreaker.
Zeke's neighbors hauled him off to see the religious leaders.
Number one, this Jesus didn't keep the Sabbath. So number two, he couldn't come from God. Which number three means he can't do miracles.
It's all a fake. Call his parents.
Ask them.
Ask Zeke, okay? He's an adult.
Look, all I know is I was blind, but now I can see.
What did Jesus do? How did he do it? Come on, what's the secret?
I already told you. Why do you want to hear it again? So you can become his disciples too?
Number one, we follow Moses because number two, we know that God spoke to Moses. But number three, we don't even know where this fellow comes from.
Really? You don't know where he comes from? No one's ever heard of anyone opening the eyes of a man born blind. If this man had not come from God, he could do nothing.
You!
Number one, you sinner. Number two, how dare you? Number three, get out.
Frankly, Zeke was glad to leave. I mean, there were so many things to see and explore. Jesus had heard what had happened and came to find Zeke.
I can see your face now. It looks kind. I think. Do you believe in the Son of Man? Who is he, sir? Tell me so I can believe in him. You have now seen him. In fact, he is the one speaking with you.
Zeke's face flooded with joy. He fell down on his knees before Jesus.
Lord, I believe.
While everyone else was trying to second guess what had happened, Zeke simply trusted Jesus. He had seen and experienced the truth with his very own eyes. Jesus is the light of the world.